We have been completely bombarded with a bunch of questions. What is the Concacaf Nations League? What is it for? Why was it created? Why is there only 4 nations left in this edition in 2021? What is going on? And listen up, if you're new here, hi, I'm Filippo, this is Tactical Marriage TV, and this is one of our explainers where we're going to save you time explaining what the Concacaf Nations League is, what it's important for, what it's used for, everything you need to know about it. So I'm just here to save you time. So if you enjoy this type of content, a great way to support us is by hitting the like button, and also comment down below if you guys enjoy this type of content. We can do much more explainers, such as I can explain the FIFA Club World Cup new format that's coming up in a near future, the new format for the World Cup. I can do any of that, so just let me know. I'll gladly do so. With that said, obviously we're going to be doing watch alongs for all the USMNT, Nations League, Gold Cup, everything here in the channel, so don't miss out on that content as well. With that said, there's not much more to talk about here. Let's go to the explainer. This is going to be almost like a lecture. I'm sorry, it's a fun lecture. It's not like one of those boring college lectures. This is a very fun one. Fun explainer. With that said, roll the intro. Let's start the episode. So for the purpose of this video, please call me Professor. There have been many questions in regards to Nations League. What is it? Why are there 4 Nations League left? Is it worth anything? Well, let me explain, and hopefully by the end of this video, you will fully know what the Concacaf Nations League is. So let's get to it. This is the very first edition of Concacaf Nations League. This tournament, however, started all the way back in 2019. The purpose of this tournament, according to Concacaf, was to provide more competitive games instead of those meaningless friendlies, along with bringing more revenue to all the teams and the federation itself. You know, something somewhat similar to what UEFA did with their Nations League. So, is it more of an egoistic thing that Concacaf wants to make more money? Maybe, but at the same time it does benefit the nations in one way, shape, or form, especially the smaller nations. Maybe. So in the current edition here in 2021, we have only 4 nations left, and I've been getting asked a lot, why is there only 4 Concacaf nations left? Is there only 4 nations playing in Nations League? And the answer to that is no. The Concacaf Nations League has all the Concacaf nations playing. However, it's divided into 3 leagues. There's a League A, a League B, and a League C. League A has 12 nations, while League B has 16, and League C has 13 nations, adding up to a total of 41 nations, which is all of the Concacaf nations. Each league is composed of 4 groups, and for each one of these groups, all these teams face each other in home and away games in a regular point system. The draw is 1 point, the win is 3 points. For the purpose of this video, I will mostly focus on League A, using League A as example so you can better understand what's going on. But it's important to point out that unlike MLS, Nations League actually has promotion and relegation. Believe it or not, we're going to explain that right now. The last place team of each group in League A gets relegated to League B, so the 4 last teams in League A. Now the 4 top teams in League B in each group, the ones that top their group, the number 1 seed, they go to League A. And the same relationship goes on to League C and B. So just to summarize that, because it might have been a little confusing. There's 4 groups in League A. The last place team in each group goes down to League B at the next edition. The top team in each group in League B, which is 4 teams, they get promoted to League A. And it's the same relationship between League B and C. So there is promotion relegation, which I find it quite interesting. Alright, so what is Nations League for? Many have been asking, is it worth anything? Is it just worth that trophy they just revealed? Because Gold Cup used to qualify teams to the Confederations Cup. World Cup qualifying qualifies us to the World Cup, which is the ultimate goal of any nation. So what is this tournament for? And yeah, actually, it is worth something. Nations League is what determines the teams that will be playing in Gold Cup. Yes, so Nations League essentially is a Gold Cup qualifying. How does it affect? Well, the top 2 teams of the groups in League A, which has 3 teams per group, automatically qualify to Gold Cup. So the top 2 of each group qualify. The winner of each group in League B also automatically qualifies, which adds up to 4 more nations in Gold Cup. The rest of the Gold Cup participants will be decided in playoff rounds based off results in Nations League, which will have 4 of the 3rd place teams in League A, aka the teams that got relegated, 4 of the 2nd place finishers of League B, so not the ones that got relegated, and the 4 group winners of League C, that essentially are the 4 nations that got promoted to League B. And look, these playoffs are actually going on. We don't know all the participants yet in Gold Cup in 2021, which will be in July. So that's what it's for. Essentially, it's a qualifier for Gold Cup. So it is worth something. It's not worth anything. What is weird is that a lot of the nations are playing their A team in Nations League and the B team in Gold Cup, which technically the Gold Cup is the big tournament, but that's completely off topic. Hopefully you guys understood what it's for now and it made some sense. I hope I'm not too confusing. And if you like this type of content, please make sure to hit the like button as it truly helps the channel. It was a lot of work putting this together to save you time. So thank you very much, guys. Let's keep going with the video. There's more to talk about. Okay, now that you're all up to date on it and aware of what Nations League is, let me explain why there's only 4 nations left in this edition. And let me also explain to you with a real example so you can better understand how Nations League works. So the reason there's only 4 nations left, it's because they were the top of their groups in League A. So the top teams of each group in League A go to playoff rounds, and that's where they face each other to determine the league champions. So for League A, Group A had United States, Canada, and Cuba. United States won the group and they advanced to the semifinals that you're watching currently. Now in Group B, Mexico, Panama, and Bermuda were in the same group and Mexico got the first place. In Group C, Honduras, Trinidad and Tobago, and Martinique were in the same group and Honduras got the first seed. Now Group D, we had Costa Rica, Haiti, and Curacao, and Costa Rica got the number 1 seed. So a quick update on the groups I just mentioned. I'm going to tell you the nations that actually technically got relegated, the last place nations of each group in League A. So for the groups we mentioned, Cuba, Bermuda, Trinidad and Tobago, and Haiti all finished last in their groups, so they should be relegated for the next edition. And the 4 nations from League B that will be in League A in the next edition will be Grenada, El Salvador, Jamaica, and Suriname. Yeah, so the next edition, it's looking a little bit stronger in my opinion because Jamaica and Suriname are some pretty interesting teams along with the teams that stayed. So that's just a quick update I wanted to give you guys as well. So essentially the only places that you'll see playoffs to win is League A. The other playoffs are just to qualify for Gold Cup. And hopefully I didn't make this more confusing for you. I'm trying to explain it the best way possible. Alright, now to wrap up the video, I'm going to summarize everything I said with less details just to help you out understand it once again because I know it's a little confusing, a lot of information to digest all at once. So Nations League essentially has 3 leagues, A, B, and C. A total of 41 nations and each league has a total of 4 groups. The top team of each group in League A will go to the semifinals and final of Nations League to determine the Nations League champion. The bottom 4 of each group will go and get relegated to League B. Now the top team of each of the 4 group on League B get promoted to League A. And the bottom team of each group in League B will go to League C. And the top team of each group in League C will go to League B. Man, that's confusing. Along with that, we all determined that Nations League essentially is just a qualifying for Gold Cup. And there's a trophy at the end also, obviously. So with all that said, hopefully I made some sense. Hopefully now you understand what Nations League is and you enjoy watching it. Along with qualifying the Gold Cup, there's also a trophy. It's a competitive match, so it'll be lots of fun to watch. And it seems like it's here to stay. UEFA did their Nations League as well. I just haven't seen CONMEBOL come up with any idea like that, and likely CONMEBOL probably won't. With that said, I want to thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this explainer. If you haven't already, make sure to hit the like button and comment down below what else would you like for us to explain in this channel. So I want to thank you all very much for watching. Enjoy Nations League, enjoy our live streams, and have a great day.